be predicting the first Raw on Netflix's match card. Now, the first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix is going to be taking place January 6th, 2024 in the Intuit Dome, which you guys don't know what the Intuit Dome is. It's the new stadium that was built in Inglewood, California, the home of the Los Angeles Clippers, which I really know it for. But that's where it's going to be held. It's one of the biggest arenas in the NBA, in probably of all time, really. Has probably one of the best seatings. It's like a mini version of SoFi Stadium because it has that 3D what's it called? Minitron or whatever. Tron and top Jumbotron is what it's called. It kind of like it's how SoFi Stadium has it. So yeah, that's gonna be really hype. Probably a bunch of people. Probably the highest viewed Monday Night Raw, maybe of all time. It might. It just might. I know Travis Scott's gonna be there, and a bunch of other celebrities. Probably a bunch of other celebrities. But I'm here to predict just match card. Nothing really special that's going to happen on the show, because I don't really know. I'm not that creative or knowledgeable about power wrestling. Like, I don't know. All I know is Travis Scott's gonna be there. That's all I know. But subscribe before we actually get into the match cards and matches, because it helps the channel out. So yeah. First match I got here is a rematch of Cody Rhodes defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Roman Reigns. Now you're saying, why would this be on the first episode of Raw? I heard around the wrestling world that Netflix really wants this first episode of Raw to be a banger, so they want Cody Rhodes, they want Roman Reigns, they want everyone. And I don't know if it's for the entirety of Raw on Netflix or if it's just this one episode. But I feel like this Netflix show, this first episode of Raw on Netflix, is gonna be like a mini PLE, but maybe even bigger than like Elimination Chamber or like Money in the Bank. And like they're gonna really treat this like a very prestigious show in the history books, and it's making history, moving. And it's the longest episodic television show in history moving to Netflix. So I think Netflix really wants a rematch, get their thrice in a lifetime, and Cody probably will end up winning this match by like DQ qualification because Bloodline interferes in Roman's match, like maybe The Rock returns. I think The Rock's gonna be here at Monday Night Raw, the first episode on Netflix. I think The Rock there's like a very strong possibility. Like there's a 99% of me that believes The Rock's gonna be here, and then there's like a 1% of me that doesn't believe he's gonna be there. But there's a 99% sure. I'm 99% sure that he's gonna be at this episode of Monday Night Raw. I would be insanely shocked if that did not happen. So, yeah, I do predict that Cody Rhodes will have defended his championship against Roman Reigns, but it'll probably end in, like, DQ by the Bloodline, Sosco, or, like, maybe The Rock shows up distracting everyone, and maybe attacks both Roman, Cody, maybe he's trying to set up a triple threat match, or maybe The Rock chooses whoever, maybe Roman Reigns instead, over Cody Rhodes, but the time will tell. By the way, this is like 2 months away. Actually, it's more like a month away by this point, which is crazy to me. I remember when this deal was first announced back last year, in January of 2024. I was like, mind blown. But yeah, whatever. The next match I got here is Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan for the Women's World Champion. And yes, there is one more PLE before this show, but I have a feeling that Rhea Ripley might have a match with Liv Morgan at Saturday night's main event, but won't win the title, but then want a rematch at this main event. And just maybe, Rhea Ripley will actually beat Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, making her like a two-time Women's World Champion, taking it to WrestleMania 41, defending it, and maybe having a longer reign than she did with her first title reign. and just like literally defeating Liv Morgan on that first episode of Raw on Netflix. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because Rhea Ripley is regarded as one of the top women's wrestlers in all of professional wrestling today. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rhea Ripley did have a match with Liv Morgan, and if she took the title off her. I feel like Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley feud is like kind of getting up there like John Cena and Randy Orton. They're gonna be lifetime rivals. These two are gonna be lifetime rivals, and they're always gonna be rivals. I don't think they're ever gonna be friends on screen. Like if they're gonna be in a tag match, just because they're gonna be forced in a tag match by the general manager or someone. It's gonna happen. Trust me on that. And by the way, the logo in the back, I got it off the internet. It's the best logo I found, and the one that they've been presenting on the ones I saw on Netflix was ugly. Hopefully they change it to this one. But anyway, I do think Rhea Ripley will take on Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship at the debut episode of Netflix. So, yeah. We'll find out and see, since it's like a month and a half away. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the next match. It's where I have predicted that Gunther will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the Cult of Personality and CM Punk. Now, in the previous episode of Monday Night Raw, Gunther said to Ludwig Kaiser, "Look in my eyes, what do you see?" Maybe that was a hint to CM Punk, but again, Gunther does have an upcoming title defense at Survivor Series, which is like next week. But I don't think Gunther is going to lose his title there. At least how they're booking him, they're seeming like Gunther's going to lose. But I think Gunther, before Survivor Series, is going to get back and hang of things and be the old ring general like he used to be. But I do think after Saturday night's main event, whoever he fights there, I don't know. Maybe he starts a feud with CM Punk. They feud, and then they have a World Heavyweight Championship match at this Monday Night Raw. The first Netflix of Monday Night Raw. And maybe CM Punk doesn't win this one. Maybe if it's like 3 matches, like one at the Royal Rumble, and then one at Elimination Chamber, and maybe Punk wins at Rumble or Elimination Chamber. It wouldn't matter. Honestly, maybe he'll have this be like a Drew McIntyre, except not really Drew McIntyre, it'll be like a trilogy, but it'll be good. I feel like it would be. But yeah, maybe CM Punk. I feel like this feud has to happen because CM Punk and Gunther on the mic together, oh my God, that would feed families. That would be so awesome. You got Gunther saying his slick comments. You got CM Punk being CM Punk, as always. And I feel like if this does become a 3-match trilogy, if it did, I feel like CM Punk should win it and win the World Heavyweight Championship. But if it's just one single match, I feel like Gunther should win because it's not gonna hurt Punk, and Punk is probably gonna win the Royal Rumble. Probably, we don't know. I honestly predicted he was gonna win last year. If you were on my Nick Nazanin channel, where I predicted my predictions for the Royal Rumble of 2024 are on there, so go ahead, go watch it. I think I made 2023 predictions too. I just had the video privated, but maybe I'll private it. But maybe we will find out. But yeah, I feel like this could be a very strong possibility. So yeah. Anyway, next match. So I have Tiffany Stratton. Now this is a hypothetical. I'm saying Tiffany Stratton will cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase before this episode of Raw. Maybe a returning Charlotte Flair. Hear me out. She cashes on Nia Jax, win the championship. Then, like, maybe the Friday, or maybe no, like takes out Nia Jax like permanently for like a couple months. And then then Charlotte Flair comes back and says, "I want that women's championship," and they have a match at Raw. And Tiffany Stratton obviously should and probably would come out on top, against Charlotte Flair. But that would be insane to think about. And this would also be a hypothetical if Tiffany Stratton cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase before this episode of Monday Night Raw, which how it's going so far, I have a feeling it's not going to happen. But let's pray that it will happen before this episode of Monday Night Raw happens. But this is just like a prediction and like saying, hypothetically, if Tiffany Stratton cashes in, like she beats Nia Jax, take her out for a couple months and stuff, and defends the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. And by the way, this match would be phenomenal. Charlotte Flair, phenomenal in the ring. We haven't seen her wrestle in about over a year. I feel like it's coming up over a year. I think it's December. I think she hurt her knee in December of 2023 last year. And Tiffany Stratton's just amazing. So this would be probably a 5-star match, especially for the WWE Women's Championship. So yeah. I feel like there's a little chance of this happening because we don't know when Tiffany Stratton is going to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase. But if it happens, I feel like this should be a match that should be considered for the WWE Women's Championship. So yeah. Anyway, we'll go to the next match. Yes, sir! I have Braun Breaker defending his Intercontinental Championship against John Cena, who's just started his retirement tour, probably like 3 weeks prior. I'm gonna say 3 weeks prior. And John Cena wins here. John Cena wins right here, defeating Braun Breaker as the Intercontinental Champion, holding the championship up high. He said, I'm the champ, becoming a Grand Slam champion, and then maybe dropping it maybe a couple months later to Braun Breaker again, which I don't think would make sense. I feel like John Cena should lose it to another superstar, like a debuting superstar, maybe like an Obafemi if he gets called up to the main roster. Again, we got a whole year of John Cena, so John Cena can probably hold down his title. It obviously couldn't be a year since retiring in December of 2025, but John Cena should hold his title maybe a couple months or something. Maybe an Obafemi comes up, beats him for a title, and then John Cena focuses on the 17th World Championship, which we'll probably talk about in another video or stuff like that. But yeah. But this would be pretty cool. Seeing a young dude in Braun Breaker taking on an old dude in John Cena and the greatest of all time. So yeah, that could be a possibility also. Next to the next match, and I haven't heard any rumors when Randy Orton's returning due from that pile driver, obviously to work. But if Randy Orton is out until December with this neck injury, and maybe closer to the January, it could be a very strong possibility that Randy Orton wants his payback on Kevin Owens and says, hey, let's go to the first episode on Netflix. And it could also be a very violent match since it's not going to be on TV, so cable television, so there won't be as many restrictions. And maybe they want to have a rematch. And maybe Randy Orton should say, you know what? I'm done with you, Kevin Owens. I want to face you tonight so I can beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Randy Orton's tired of Kevin Owens right now, And I feel like their match at Crown Jewel, it wasn't really a match. It was just them brawling and Kevin Owens putting Randy Orton through a table. I feel like they should have a proper match that's a hardcore match where they can someone who can come out on top to decide who is the winner of the feud. But yeah, again, I don't know when Randy Orton's supposed to return. And by the way, WWE gave him a terrible neck injury. They gave him the quickest injury. The injury that WWE diagnosed with takes 15 minutes to a couple of days to heal. So technically, Randy Orton could have been back at the end of the night. Technically. Or our last Friday night on SmackDown. It wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, anyway. Next match. So we are on a continuing feud. Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed won't have a match at Survivor Series, which kind of sucks. Because I love their match at Crown Jewel. They will be in the War Games match. Because we already know that Seth Rollins is going to be in that War Games match. I do think maybe they have a. I feel like their second match will probably be at like Saturday night's main event. Third and final match could be in the debut episode on Netflix on Raw. Which if they, I wouldn't. But this is like a guarantee. I feel like because their feud started on Monday Night Raw, the biggest episode of Raw the entire year probably should end here, and Bronson Reed should win the last two matches. I'm very confident that he should. I'm not even joking. Like, I feel like obviously they've already had the second match. With the second match, basically doesn't even count because Solo Sikoa basically interfered and distracted Seth Rollins. So they didn't really count, in my opinion. But I feel like their feud should end here at the first episode of Netflix, or the first episode of Raw on Netflix, and Seth should lose this feud. Again, Seth Rollins can easily take loss in this feud. He's already a megastar. He's a guarantee Hall of Famer. So it don't even matter if he loses feud. It's not gonna hurt him at all. So yeah, Bronson Reed should win this match, and I feel like he will win this match. Let me put that emphasis. So yeah. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Put down in the comments below if you guys think there's going to be more matches or matches that I missed, like LA Knight with the United States Championship or with the Women's Mid-Card, or the WWE Women's United States Championship thing. So, leave your opinions down on this video down in the comments below about the matches. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. And I will see you in the next video, and I'm pretty sure will be the SmackDown review. So anyway, I will see you later. Bye.